Okay, I have the thought for the day. Homeboy Industries is really about transformation, not just of lives, but our old tired ways and goofball ways of thinking. And we all have them, you know, and that's part of what happens here. And it's a process. You know, you come by working here with enemies, with different people, leaving behind a lot of stuff. You start to discover things. Like, for example, maybe you used to think courage meant that you were willing to throw down with some other vato, you know, and now you go, oh no, that's the third grade, and no man does it except in movies. Or you maybe used to think I always carried a gun for my own protection, and now you go, no, that's goofball thinking. The gun has never protected or saved a life. It's ruined a lot and ended many more. Or maybe you think, you know, I used to self-medicate. I would sort of look at my own core wound and all my pain, and rather than face it, I drank too much or got high, and now I can see that. Or maybe all my life people called me a lowlife, a bueno para nada, or as a homie said to me once, everybody sees me as less. And then you see how crazy thinking that is. And so it's about transforming lives, but it's also transforming how you think. You know, I had a homie in my office the other day. I've known him a long time. We were talking. He wanted some help. I go, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, 23 years. Thousands and thousands of gang members have come through here. Didn't you work for me once? Oh yeah, years, like 15 years ago, I worked at the Silk Screen. I said, oh, that's right. What happened? Ruben fired me. I said, why? Supposedly for stealing shirts. I said, well, did you? He goes, yeah. And then he goes, well, it wasn't exactly stealing. I mean, it was 3 shirts, and there were thousands. I said, oh, okay, let me see if I got this right. So I go to a car dealership, and there are thousands of cars there. I take one car, and it's not really stealing, because after all, there are thousands. And he looks at me and goes, exactly. Well, sometimes our goofball thinking is pretty deep, and it's ingrained, and you're always justificándose, you know, you're always justifying lots of crazy things. Richard Rohr says, we do not think our way into a new way of living. We live our way into a new way of thinking. So that's what you do here. You've shown up here, you're putting one foot in front of the next, you're living your way into a new way of thinking. And you want to walk at God's pace. That's not fast, that's not slow, but that's in a way that's considered and you're reflective, and know that you need to be patient with yourself as you abandon old, tired ways of seeing things. So we commit today not to think our way into a new way of living, but to live our way into a new way of thinking. So we have a guest prayerer